Hello, my brother. How are you?
What's going down?
What are you saying, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah. So, um, wow, I don't know where to start, man. I was watching some of I can't believe how many fucking YouTube videos, man, for the past 11 or 12 years. I was watching some of them last night. Wow, man, you go way back. You've trained a lot of fucking people. Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah, you've helped a lot of people out. I can see that, you know. I made some comments on a couple. I'm trying to think. One of them was really cool. I noticed one. I had a question regarding. Looked like you were on a lake and out on a dock. One thing was like a cabin or something. I could hear maybe a stream or the trees, but you were doing some type of.
Tai Chi.
What is it?
Tai Chi.
Yeah, it was Tai Chi, but it was a little bit different than I know. I think I told you. I don't know if you remember. I told you that. Um, I followed somebody every week. I went to this club that I used to belong to. I was a trainer there for a while. Oh, this place is something else. Big soap opera. Everybody's stabbing everybody in the back. They had 20 something personal trainers, and they saw me come in, a retired fireman, thought I was going to steal their clients away. But it was like really crazy. I got out of it pretty quick and I went back as a regular member. It was just nuts, but the place is very nice. And I no longer belong there. It was too expensive. But the guy that taught Tai Chi was a white male in his 50s. This guy, he's been there 20 something years teaching every Saturday and Wednesday nights. Anyway, he was pretty on the martial arts side. He was definitely a badass. He was in great, just great shape. Anyway, he didn't have really an ego or anything, but he just said, hey, when I'm 90 years old, the main thing is I could take on 10 guys, but the main reason why I do Tai Chi is so when I'm 90, I don't fall. I keep and I have good balance. He's pretty interesting guy. So I started doing, I go in there and I learned the Yang style, the long form. And I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's been good for me because of my back issues, and I do have great balance. Thank God I got great balance. But so anyway, yeah, I was watching you do that, and I thought, I go, wow, man, you're really into it, man. You got the whole breathing and, yeah, pretty wild. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, that's it. I mean, my practice is just a blend of all of my experiences, Tai Chi, from yoga, from exercise. But what I just saw is just that, when I coached with a guy by the name of Elatom Elamine. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him. So he's a breatharian guy. He lives without food.
Okay.
So I was training with him for about 3 years, and I went and spent some time with him a couple of times. And I had him come to my place to stay with me, and we had a little group retreat here for a couple of years ago. And so I was following him, and he taught Qigong.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned Qigong, and once I learned Qigong, I started to realize that, like it's not any different. It doesn't matter what you do. Like it's not like it's a special movement. Like when I was doing Tai Chi, I thought it was a certain movement. So when I did yoga, I thought it was a certain movement. But then I started to recognize that this has been going on since the beginning of time. Like it's always been a movement mindset, breath work practice. And it's not specifically that it's a certain amount of moves or a certain type of move, where if you get into like any one religion, they'll say, you got to do this or you got to do that. Like if you go deep into any one thing, they're going to tell you, you got to do this or you got to do that. But the reality is that you can do any of these things. It's just that you're doing it with conscious awareness.
Right.
So it's moving through these movements, but it's moving through them in a way that you are conscious and you are aware.
Right.
It's that you're present.
Correct.
It's that you're with the power that is within you, the same power that is within me, the same power that is the creative force of our universe. So
Right.
it's about connecting to that power regardless of what your practice is.
Hmm. I see. Yeah.
So
I
I
thought it was
just,
very cool watching you do it, man. And you're definitely into it. No doubt. You had, your movements and everything were like, it was very cool to watch that. Yeah.
nice. So I mean that's going back 10 years or so. I used to practice back then, 10 or
Right.
12 years ago. So I mean I have that physical practice, and then I've also got my yoga practice for 20 years. Just I did it for 10 years with coaches, and now I just do my own, and then I've got my bodybuilding background. But bodybuilding is about like ripping your body apart, and see how that is not parallel with the other customs and traditions that have existed for all time.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
if you look at the history, people have been practicing movement, martial arts, boxing, fighting, the Olympic Games, running, all sorts of physical tests have been going on, wrestling. It's been going on since the beginning of time. But what's different about bodybuilding is it has all of the modern science behind it. Professional sport, professional bodybuilding. It's like we have the science to dictate that this is how you rip your body apart, and this is how your body heals. Like this is a new science it's not even 75 years old. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger is only 70. Like before Arnold Schwarzenegger, no one even knew about the Mr. Universe competition. So like we're talking about a new science of education and information towards exercise and movement and health that's only about 75 years old, where we have a history of physical movement that dates back for thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
so it's to shake our head loose of the cobwebs of what we've been kind of programmed into believing over the last 75 or 100 years.
Right.
Because that's kind of been controlled by modern science. And modern science, God bless modern science, it's controlled by dollars and cents.
Yeah, absolutely.
If someone's paying the bills, then the scientist figures out the way to demonstrate what the person paying the bills wants
Yeah.
to say. So
Right.
understand that is leading everything that's out there, and that is what's being put into the media. That's what's being put on the news. That's what's being put in the magazines. That's all the stuff you can get and read. Like if you can read it in print, if you can see it on TV, if it's not been censored, if it's got a whole bunch of subscribers and a whole bunch of views, the only reason it can go like that is because it's allowed to.
Right.
So if it has a whole bunch of views and it's on TV, and if everyone's talking about it, you can rest assured that is in alignment with what the leadership wants you to believe.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And understand that the leadership doesn't really have your best interest at heart. The leadership has your dollars and cents at heart.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we have to take what we've learned as with a grain of salt. Although we're kind of attached to all that we think and learn and know, all that we've thought and learned and heard and known. It's all got a little bit of a taint to it.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
In whatever it is. Like if you look in religion for your answers, if you look in science for your answers, if you look in nutrition for your answers, if you look wherever you're going to school to get your answers, all of the education from school is in alignment and in accordance with the leadership mandate or the mainstream narrative, or what everybody that's in control wants you to think, say, and believe.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's what we've got inside of our heads, and that's what's leading our lives.
No doubt. Yeah.
And this is why we're in the predicament we're in that we think that we get health from out an external source. Like we think we get happiness from outside of ourselves. Well, that really is beneficial for people that are trying to sell you things.
Sure.
That supports consumerism.
Yep.
So we've been made into consuming beings, consumers. We've been programmed like consumers, and whenever they turn up the heat and scare us, we stay home and shop. So it's like they can turn our programs, in any way that they want. They have us dialed in that way that, we respond to fear. And every, 10 or 20 years, they can drop a fearful image on us and then, let us go to shop. And then we just shop and shop and shop, or they send us to war, or they send us here, or they send us there,
Yeah. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? No doubt. And a lot of people really get brainwashed easily.
We all are programmed like that, right? And so it's to unprogram this. It's to unlearn some of the things that we've got, that we're holding on to, that are actually blocking us from our own power, to heal ourselves.
Yep.
So, it's really unlearning. It's really letting go of things that allows us to heal.
Right.
So, in dialogue and communication, we can share things with each other. And in that way, we can kind of find out the things that are kind of stopping us from actually stepping into our own light, stepping into our own power and force.
Right. Yep.
We just have to eliminate the thoughts and words that are standing in the way.
Yeah. So, I think you'd be kind of proud of me. I had a little issue on the road. I had some road rage happen to me last Saturday. I was going to my mom's house, and I'll just tell you a quick story on it. I went to get off the freeway and to move in the left lane, had my blinker on and everything. And of course, this guy comes up in his truck and he didn't want me moving over. And, they come up real quick behind you, right? And I moved over, I didn't cut the dude off or anything. So I thought he was right on my ass. I thought this could be an issue. Came around the ramp and got back on the road and the light. And he came up really fast, like he was going to try to hit me, broadside me. And then I stopped and he rolled the window down. I rolled the window down. He was an older guy, probably in his, early 70s. And I said, hey, he goes, hey, man, he goes, you cut me off back there, motherfucker. He goes, I said, hey, man, I'm sorry, I have my blinker on. I said, dude, take a deep breath, relax. He goes, man, I've always learned, my trainer, Dan, he said, always, my ex-wife, kill him with kindness, right? Kill him with kindness, man. So he goes, fuck you, motherfucker. I should get out and kick your ass right now. Oh, oh my God. I'm sitting there. So I played it really smart. I said, hey, man, sorry if you're having a bad day. Fuck you, and I have a actual dash cam, a window cam. Okay. So I got it all. I got all the verbiage, on tape. I end up, copying that, put it on my phone, but send it to my brother and stuff, because my brother has road rage issues. But basically I kept it cool because, and I told the guy, I said, dude, you don't even know who the fuck I am. And he goes, well, you don't know who the fuck I am. And I'm just saying, this guy could have a gun or something, So we end up taking off, but boy, did he get my pulse rate going, I should get out and kick your ass, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh.
It's like a cue, right? We get triggered by events.
Yeah, man. But I said, dude, you need to relax, man. Take a deep breath. Oh, it just pissed him off more. So whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I felt proud of myself that, I kept it cool, killed them with a little kindness and went on my way. Fuck, man, these people out there, man, you never know. You're having a bad day. The guy could have a gun, it'd be my last day, man. He'd fuck me up. you know? So anyway, it all turned out good. Yeah, but it was, I haven't had that happen in a long, long time, and I used to actually pack a gun. So it did happen one time, and I just got my 44 and brought it up like this, and the guy took off real quick. That was 30 years ago. So he goes, oh, I'm not fucking with this guy. But I don't do that anymore. Yeah. Crazy shit.
So you moved on from that.
Oh God, man. Especially why I don't know if you ever heard of Oakland, California. Have you?
I have heard of Oakland, California.
Well, I bet you have. Yeah, we need to be really careful when we drive through Oakland, California, even in the daytime. Very dangerous. Yeah, maybe it's like a Detroit in a way, there's beautiful areas in Oakland. And I used to work, city of Alameda, where I used to work is right next to city of Oakland, right across the bay of San Francisco. So, but they have a real bad homeless issue. Both, of course, San Francisco and Oakland, or in another town called San Jose. The homeless thing is really, really bad, So anyway, other than that, no fucking food Monday. Okay. I'm doing well. I had a little bit of an issue last week of trying to get off the caffeine in the afternoon. So I completely stopped that. But man, I had the first day, really bad headache, okay, in the evening. And then the next day I had a slight headache, and the next day, boom, gone. So no caffeine. The only thing in the morning now is I'm doing my matcha green tea, and I'm slowly cutting that down.
Nice.
Hopefully
wow.
off it. But it hasn't, I got to admit, man, caffeine, I'm very sensitive to caffeine. It's a pretty heavy duty drug,
It takes a long time to break that, buddy. It'll sneak up again in different times, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to go away that easy or not. It's gone for now. That's great. You've almost eliminated it. You're bringing it down. That's awesome. But, these things tend to come and go over time, like as you're starting to clean yourself out, until they really are gone, right? Until and I think when they really are gone, it doesn't even mean that you can't ever do it. I mean, it just means that you don't need to do it.
Yes, and I think it'll be, especially with my sleep issues, I think it'll be a good indicator, when, just to, my goal is to at least stop it for 30 days. And then reevaluate it. Do I really need it? Do I need to go back? Has it really improved my sleep? It was really stupid of me, and this is recent too, that I started doing some caffeine in the afternoon. Okay, one thing you didn't understand is that I'm a chess coach, and I've been doing it for 10 years. For 5 years after I retired, I taught 100 kids a week. Okay, this was after school programs. So I was really, really busy. I was crazy, man, because I was catching colds, man, from these kids, and when I catch a cold, holy shit, man, I get really sick, and I got to be really careful, but it would last for weeks, and I'm going to knock on some real wood. Okay. I've been extremely lucky, and I think deep breathing, but especially I just got out of a 4-minute cold shower every day. Every day I do some type of cold therapy. I think it's really helped me a lot. Of course, I haven't, I'm around some kids, but it's all, now I'm by myself. I teach by myself. I'm no longer with this other guy. He had 1,200 kids in a chess school in the Bay Area. He had me running all over. He paid me really good money, but after 5 years, I had to stop. I was having issues with him, and I was getting a little burnout, teaching that many kids. So now I'm independent, and now I have a couple 7-year-olds, an 11-year-old. I got one guy at 70 years old. So I only have about 10 people that I teach, but and most of it now it's Zoom, or I do go to their house. They're okay, regarding the COVID thing. So anyway, I study quite a bit myself, because I got to keep my strength level up. I'll never be a chess master. I'm okay as a chess player. Okay. I know the game very well, and I'm hooked on it. It's a passion. And some people I even teach, they have money issues, but don't worry about it. I used to say, buy me a coffee, buy me a latte. But I just want to let you know that's a big passion for me. So in the afternoon, I was kind of burnt out, and all of a sudden I picked up quite a few. So there's a movie that came out on Netflix called The Queen's Gambit. Okay. And very, very, I don't know, it's probably popular around the world, but here in the United States, it really took off. And it was a very well done movie, but it had to do with chess. Okay. And then after that movie, I can't believe how many people, man, calling me up. Hey, man, I want you to get me going. I'm really interested in learning this game. Most people, after a while, they fizzle out. It's not an easy game, It's fucking deep though, man. It's so deep. I play the piano too. Musical instruments, as you know, are deep. They're deep, man. So the chess game it's wild, man. I'd love to go. With COVID, it's been an issue, but I'd love to walk into a coffee shop and see people playing chess. My heart rate, goes through the roof, man. It's amazing. So what I did, long story there, but I have this what do you call it? Yerba mate, a tea, this green tea, and I would drink it in the afternoon. Wow, man, great concentration. I could do my lessons on Zoom or study. Yeah,
coffee's good for that, right?
Yeah, but you know what, man, that became a problem with my sleep too. I could really even feel it. So anyway, I'm kind of glad. I feel good that I'm able to knock out the afternoon caffeine addiction. Now it's the morning thing to slowly get out of it. So can I talk to you real quick while we're on this about sleep? Okay. So there's a couple things that I know. One's probably a big no-no. What I can do is I can send you a picture of the ingredients on this. Okay. Can you see it? It's called BioSleep. All right. I did some research on the ingredients. I don't think it's a real good thing I should be on. I was taking 3. Okay. I've been on it for about maybe 6 months. I'm down to 1. Okay. In the evening before I go to bed. I want to get off this shit. And then somebody else was helping me. And this is I don't know if you've seen this magnesium. Okay. This was to help for sleep. This stuff, what I can do is I can take a picture and send it to you, John, and then you just tell me what you think, and then the last thing is this, you know what that is? It's theanine, is it?
Not familiar with that one.
I'll send it to you too. That's more of a mood relaxer. A lot of this stuff is kind of natural, a natural supplement. So those 3 things I take before bed. I think the biggest thing is this BioSleep, and what it's got in it is of course helps me a lot, but I need to get the fuck off that. I have my sleep tracker. That helps a lot too on the indication of caffeine use to, how I really sleep during the night. So of course, one of the biggest things for me is sleep. Okay. So then I saw a thing that you had regarding detoxifying, the 4-day detox, but of getting into that rhythm of fresh vegetables or fresh juice, of fasting, and that one thing it says you'll need like minimal sleep. Okay, you mentioned that, so I wanted to ask you about that in regards of what you meant on minimal sleep.
Yeah, so I mean, when your body is toxic, it needs to sleep more.
Mm-hmm.
If you may have made this connection, when you have a real heavy meal, you maybe fall into a deeper sleep, or you may sleep for a longer time, or you may feel groggy in the morning. You may feel like you want to sleep in or sleep longer when you have too much to eat. Like when your body's digesting, it needs more time to recover and sleep.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
So once you start going to lighter meals and lighter foods and raw foods and foods that don't take as much digestive work and effort, then the body can fall back into what it actually really needs for sleep, which is significantly less maybe than what we are, because we're toxic.
I understand.
So a
Okay.
lot of people are oversleeping because of toxicity. So once you start to detoxify and clean out the body, you might find you start to sleep less. Once you
Okay.
start getting into lighter foods and lighter meals, that you may need to sleep less. Now, if you've been a problematic sleeper, like I was an insomniac for 20 years, like I did the sleep medication and all of that for a long time, 5 years.
5 years.
And it just, it started to change my personality. And what I recognized is actually my body wakes up on its own. It wants to meditate in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when everything is still around me. That's when there's no, nothing pressing on me, when there's no like responsibilities around me.
Yeah, right.
And that was probably something that was probably quite natural, but it was bothering me because I had to see clients at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I, went to the doctor, something's wrong. I wake up in the middle of the night all the time. They prescribed medication, and for 5 years,
Can I ask what they prescribe? What did they prescribe?
I mean, I did the natural things like Zopiclone and
Yeah.
what's the most popular one?
Are you talking about medication?
Yeah.
Like
They
Ambien?
say it doesn't, you don't get addicted to it, but you do.
Well, you do on all those. Yeah,
all of those you do. They say you don't.
Like Ambien or something, or
like all of those. Well, the one that's prescribed by the doctor, though.
Was it a benzodiazepine?
I've been through those as well. After I got, like, first I did like the introduction one. I think the name I remember was Zopiclone, but they have lots of different trade names, but there's basically only a couple of ingredients that are really effective. And they have one that they call level 1, and then they go into like those diapines and zizapines and sort of things that are like antipsychotics and anti-anxiety.
Anti-seizure medication.
Right, but they get into those, and I did those too over the 5 years. And and you do this for a while and it works, and you do that for a while, but then you start to get groggy in the morning. You start to have the hangover in the morning. Then you drink more coffee to try to combat that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
That's not a solution. That's not how you live your life.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. And by going raw, basically raw juices, doing your thing with fasting, then you were finally starting to able to get some sleep.
Started to see your body starting to settle down more. You started to find more peace. I'd go for like weeks at a time where I'd be like, wow, I've been sleeping for like 3 months straight, like this never happened before. This sort of thing would start to happen. But then I'm not going to say that all of a sudden, like, my sleep problems were gone, because like I say, it's in the middle of the night that my body wakes up and it really wants me to meditate and do the healing work because it's quiet.
Right. I understand. Yep.
So for 20 years I was sleepless. And so for, it took a few 3 months and 6 months periods where I just slept until my body started to get through that needing sleep so desperately. And then it started to fall back into like more of a regular routine, which is, you're busy during your day and you can't deal with these things. It wants to wake up at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning because it wants quiet and stillness, and it wants you to like sit and breathe and be with your thoughts, because it's a changing of thoughts that changes your life. And you need to sit with those thoughts in the stillness, in the silence of the morning.
Okay.
This is when the body heals itself, when you start to reprocess these thoughts and words that you've got that it wants to wake up and reprocess in your consciousness. You've got to be conscious of it, to think about it, hear it, and go, no, you know what? I want to reframe that, and I want to think about that differently now. I'm making a new decision for myself.
Right.
So what I learned from my bodybuilding was, 20 years of taking a steroid, and I took steroids and growth hormones, and I took thyroid hormones and stimulants to burn fat and all of that stuff for 20 years. And, when you do that for extended periods of time, when you take steroids, and I did that 9 months of the year when I was a, international level bodybuilder, like you're taking a hormone that your body already produces. Now, when you take a hormone that your body already produces, your body stops producing it.
Right. Right.
And then when you stop taking it, it takes a while for your body to start producing it again, but it will reset itself.
Right.
But you got to give it time. And in that meantime, when you stop taking that hormone until your body starts again, there's a little bit of a downtime where your body's like not yet producing. So you're not able to sleep properly or fuck properly or walk properly or think properly or wake up properly, whatever it is that you've been taking. If you stop taking it for a while, for 3 months or 6 weeks or 12 weeks or 16 weeks or 6 months, you're going to be a little bit fucked up. And that's a part of it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yep.
But what I learned was that eventually the body does settle again and come back to what's natural and normal.
Right. Right.
And what I learned from the breatharian work was, like, this guy can live without food and water. And this is the same thing. Like, your body, if you're feeding your body 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, then your body gets addicted to needing those nutrients coming in from the outside. But if you don't take the food, your body starts to create those things within itself again. But it's to take those things away and sit in that uncomfortableness until your body starts to reboot and starts to reproduce those things again.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit of a lag time. So if you're taking this stuff to go to sleep, your body's not producing the melatonin and the magnesium and the stuff that it needs to go to sleep.
Well, unfortunately, that most of that stuff is in here. You know, the melatonin.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that if you're taking it from the outside, then your body's not going to balance and reproduce it.
Yeah.
But you can't just stop everything overnight and expect to live.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Slowly but surely you can get rid of it all. Like, it all can go away, but you got to let your body reset itself rather than looking to something outside to fix me.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And so that would be the same thing as the opiates. Okay. We naturally, you know, with pain, you know, the pain, what's it called? You know, opiate receptors,
right.
You know.
Exactly.
Here you are. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing, what you said, John, and what's been an issue for me is that, you know, here I am tossing and turning, trying to stop something and get off it, right? Even if it's these natural, even if I'm taking melatonin, and then, you know, tossing and turning from 2 to 4 in the morning. And then the next day I'm just totally fucked.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then I go back and so I could sleep.
Right.
And that's where I need to say, fuck it. Even if it's going to take 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks. My doctor, he's great. My ENT, my ear doctor, he's also a sleep doctor. And he goes, Dennis, man, it might take you a month, but man, things are going to reset. Your circadian, you know, that whole thing will reset, you know, but you have to be patient. It's not easy. So, okay, that kind of clarifies that. I think for now, you need to kind of go to the uncomfortable side on the sleep until it really clicks in.
Yes.
And with the caffeine, slowly starting to eliminate that. Okay. Now, I went out and I got the CBD. I did a lot of research, and I go, this is some pretty high quality. And when you told me, it was kind of funny because I told the person they sell this at the cryotherapy place, okay, where I go. And I said, yeah, what I need some, I got to make sure it has a drop or whatever, because I need like 50 milligrams in the morning and in the evening. But I think you meant 0.5, right?
So,
or maybe it's different. I don't know, Canadian.
Yeah, so micrograms or milligrams, right? So micrograms or milligrams, right? So
okay, it's 0.5, I think, on the milligrams.
So 50 micrograms to 100 micrograms per day.
Okay. So I've been doing that. I just started that. Okay. What you told, okay. Morning and evening. Okay. And then you had some homework assignment kind of stuff you want me to do. I don't know if you want to go over that.
Yep. We'll get to that,
Oh,
but
okay. So just so you know too, I started a journal. Okay,
awesome.
a daily journal. Okay, I think that's good. I've done it before. It does help.
Awesome. Okay, so you started the CBD oil. When did you start that?
I just started it Saturday.
Okay, and have you noticed anything at all from that?
Not really. No.
Okay. But that's going on in the morning and in the evening right now.
Yes. Yes.
And the sleep you're saying has not been good.
It seems, well, unfortunately, my girlfriend's hot water heater broke. We had to deal with that Saturday morning. She came over and spent the night Friday. Then a friend said there was water coming out in front of their garage. Anyway, we went over and dealt with that. So she stayed with me Saturday night too. She's just a sweetheart, man. But sleeping with somebody, and I haven't slept with somebody in a long time. So it's every time she comes over, and she's pretty good. I'm just not used to sleeping with somebody, so I don't sleep as well. So my sleep, I couldn't really tell. Last night I slept really good. My sleep score was good. I slept pretty well. Yeah,
Nice.
I actually went to bed at 11. I didn't want to. That was a little late for me. I've been trying to get to bed by 10.
Awesome.
Really, my goal is, man, I like to get up early. I like to get up. If I could get up at 5, I would do it. But
awesome.
6 o'clock,
Awesome. I love it. And that's a great goal. And I want to get you to that. But if you need to stay in bed a little bit longer in the morning right now, that's okay.
Well, I do. I stay until about 7:38.
If you need to, right? Because if you've had broken sleep, right? Like,
right. And it does.
If you've been up for a couple of hours, like this,
right.
This is the thing. So about that a little bit more. Like, I'll tell you that because I was an insomniac for 20 years, and because as a personal trainer from 19, I had to be with clients at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 days a week. So I understand like not sleeping and then having to go through the day, and then I know the caffeine thing. And
well, then it's a major caffeine, man. It's like,
that's
man,
right.
Out here to get things going.
Right, because I gotta work, and I gotta perform, and I gotta be sharp, and I gotta be in the right place. So I understand that.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yes. And I'll tell you that the cycle begins in the night, and that's why I want to address this a little bit further. The cycle begins in the night when you wake up in the night, and then you're in bed and you're tossing and turning, and you get the frustration and the anger.
Yes.
Is that correct? What's happening? Frustration and anger in the night?
Well, yeah, I think what it is, it's that, because I think about what the next day is going to be like.
You get worried about that, and you get anxious about that, and you get you start actually projecting into your next day how your next day is going to be and how you're going to feel, and you start thinking and worrying about that. But understand that.
I think one thing, because you asked me before about meditation, about my mind racing, I'm pretty good unless there's something that comes down all of a sudden and it's stressful and it fucks with my head, and then I have a hard time getting that out. But that's very rare that happens. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's it. It's just that in the night, if you start getting worried about the next day, then you start to get frustrated or angry in the night.
Well, I think, I don't know if I get angry, I definitely get frustrated. No question about it. And
frustrated.
It's tossing and turning, and it's like, I don't have a clock in my bedroom. I turn all power off. I mean, that's another thing. Sometime we might want to talk about electrical and magnetic frequencies. I know, I feel that I know it all about it. Right now I'm on a grounding pad talking to you. Okay.
Awesome.
I'm about to go to the park and do my Tai Chi barefooted.
Awesome. Grounding.
We'll talk about that another time, but
grounding.
I think there's a big fucking issue with these electrical magnetic frequencies. So I
agree.
I turn off my Wi-Fi, I turn phone, airplane mode, everything, right? But so I do get up though, and I come and in my kitchen once in a while, and I'll look at the stove, just curious, what the fuck time is it? And I'll go, oh shit, man, I thought it was 4 a.m. It's 1:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go back to bed. Fuck.
Common, right. So 1:30 is the same sort of thing that I have and I've had in the past too, is waking up in the night. And what actually I learned how to do, you know, when I was going through this was learning how to take the emotional part out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, I'm up in the night, but I don't need to add any emotional stuff to it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like,
Yep.
okay, here I am up in the night. Yeah, but I like if I notice myself starting to worry about the next day or worrying about my performance the next day or thinking about the next day, I want to really try to get away from that.
Right.
I want to try to stay present right here, right now, because for whatever reason, the truth of the matter is my body wants to wake up.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the bottom line is my body's up for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And now if I start to fight against what is going on, then I'm already starting a battle right there against me.
Right.
So we
Right.
got to get the pressure off.
Yeah, it's going to make it work.
Yes. We got to eliminate any kind of thing that's like, I'm bad, I'm in trouble, I'm worried, I'm fearful, I'm angry, I'm frustrated. Like we got to get the emotion out of it. Like it's got to become a place where, okay, here we go again. Me alone with me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I don't know how long it's going to be. But whatever it's going to be,
Yeah.
I gotta come to peace with that.
I see.
I
Right on.
gotta accept that. I gotta take the emotional stuff out of it.
Okay. Good. It's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, my body is up. I can't do anything about it. I'm not medicating it. I'm not dealing with it that way. And any kind of emotional response to it is not helping. I gotta eliminate those as well too. I gotta sit here and I gotta ask some questions to myself. There's nobody else to talk to. There's nobody else that's responsible. I gotta take responsibility.
Yep.
I can't look anywhere. I can't ask anyone. Don't worry about it. Just fucking suck it up. That's what it is. Me against me.
Right.
It's only me. It's only my responsibility. And I'm not upset to spend this time with you.
Right.
Whatever reason, I've woken myself up to be alone with me. Let's bring it down to that, and let's stop looking for an answer.
Right.
Let's say for the next 30 days or 60 days or 90 days, whatever your commitment you can make inside of your head to start, that for the next 30, 60, 90 days, I'm committed to discovering what this is right here, right now.
Okay. Yep.
I'm committed to me. Nobody else. No thing outside of myself. Nobody's ideas other than this. Me against me, me alone with me, and I like me. So this is just an opportunity for me to spend some quality time with myself.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm throwing out all of the negative stuff associated with not sleeping, and I'm just like, okay, this is my opportunity that my body and life has chosen for me to be with myself.
That's good. I've never really thought it that way.
There we go. I had to come to that to begin.
Okay.
This has to become an opportunity. I have to shift my perspective from this is a problem, this is a worry, this is anxiety, this is a frustration. Oh, here we go again. I got to get all of the emotional stuff out of it, and I got to fall in love with what I've got. this is what I've got. This is me. This is my life. Like, as long as I'm hating on it, I'm never going to win.
Right. That's right.
I got to start loving this. This is me. This is my life. This is how it is. Okay. Thank you. I received the lesson. The first lesson is I'm going to learn how to love this. If I got to get up in the night and write some things down and journal, if I got to get up in the night and listen to some positive affirmations, if I got to get up, if this is the time that my body wants to do it, this is the time it's going to happen.
Right on. Right on. That's the other thing of taking these things. I have to take a certain amount of water, right? Before bed to take them.
And I'm going to the bathroom and all that.
Well, I told you I have an enlarged prostate. So, and I don't know, man, I just feel the whole detox thing. I really get into it. It's going to change things. I really do.
It's going to change your rhythms. Yes.
Yeah. Not an easy thing to do, especially being in the habit of, thank God I don't drink alcohol. And I think the caffeine is not going to be really that big of a deal. I just don't want to do it too fast. I've already experienced, what happened in the afternoon, but yeah. So yeah, thanks on that though, because that's probably one of the biggest things health-wise for me. And I want you to understand, just like when you did all those 20 years or so of bodybuilding, and taking all the stuff that you were doing, so I was a firefighter on shift. Let me tell you, John, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep at work, depending on what station I was at. I was up almost all night. They're pretty good. I'd take naps during the day, 2-3 hours, because I know I was going to be up during the night, especially at this one station. And then I'd go home. I'd go work out. I'd go home and I'd have my 3 little girls, to deal with them. And then when they went for a nap down, I went for a nap. But then it was the same vicious. I mean, I did 30 years of that.
Yeah. I did for a lot of years like that. So 30 years.
I don't, yeah, it's been kind of an issue, and it's God, and I went from seeing the doctor and then putting me on, the benzodiazepines to Lanesta, and all this shit was great. I was sleeping really good.
Yes.
But then my ear doctor, that's a sleep doctor, he goes, Dennis, he goes, those drugs are not good for your mind long term. They could create dementia and stuff down the road. And that's when I said, fuck that, I'm getting off it. So okay, sounds good on that. Perfect.
So just shifting the way that I'm receiving what's happening to me, like getting away from, this is happening to me, to like changing my perspective on it. Like, okay, this is what's going on. This is doing an assessment of what's going on. And then, falling in love, learning how to fall in love with yourself. So how am I thinking and talking about myself in this circumstance, in this situation, in this part of my life? Like, am I talking about it, thinking about it, talking about it in a negative way?
Yeah, I'm wondering if, for an example, I kind of got hooked on your balance breathing. Okay, so this morning when I woke up, I went ahead and I did about 10 minutes of it. Then I did 3 rounds of 30, which is most typical for me on my deep breathing cycle. And then boom, I popped right out of bed and got things going. I'm wondering if the middle of the night when I wake up, maybe to do that would probably be
that idea. I love that idea. Balance breathing, deep breathing, any kind of breathing drills that you want to do if you're up in the night, no problem. And then laying back down, and then just observation of what's going on, not judging it.
Yeah.
It's like you can just lay on your side, and you lay on one side, and you may find when you lay on one side, you get certain thoughts, and when you lay on the other side, you get different ones. So I encourage you to lay on one side and just breathe, and then lay on the other side and just breathe. And then so I would do your formal breath work, your balancing breath or your deep breaths. I would actually, if you're inspired to, don't make yourself, but if you feel like, I feel like I want to breathe, I would get up and breathe fully do your practice, and then lay back down and observe what happens. Like, no judgment. Like,
Right.
but even speak to yourself like, what do you want me to know? What do you want me to learn? What do you want me to understand? What do I need to let go of? What how to love this? How do I love this about myself? How am I supposed to love this? How should I love this? What would you like me to learn? What would you like me to know?
Right.
Show me. I'm ready to learn. Show me, I'm ready to learn. It's like you're having a conversation with yourself. I literally want you to become your own best friend. I want you to start speaking to yourself in a nice, loving way. And I mean all the time, but specifically when you wake up in the night and you're by yourself.
Okay.
What do I need to learn? What do I need to know? What are you trying to show me? What would you like me to see? What would you like me to understand? How do I love this? How to love this about myself? How to learn more about myself? How could I learn more? Please send me any information that you need me to know. Please show me anything that you want me to understand. Please bring the people and the information that I need to know to me. Please let me know. Please guide me. Please be my guide. I want to be guided from within. I want to get wisdom from within. I want to develop my intuition. I want to develop my own personal care inside of myself. I want to develop my own love for myself. I'm here to learn and to listen to you. I'm here to be with you. I'm sorry I haven't listened for so long. I'm sorry I medicated you and put you away. I'm sorry I bottled you up and pushed you down. I'm sorry I made you bad. I'm sorry I pushed you down. I'm sorry I held you back. I want you to come back into my life. Please come back into my life. Please give me another try. I'm listening now. I'm ready now. I'm here. I love
Right
you.
on.
I
Right
love
on.
you. I love you.
Right on, man. Yeah.
This is you. This is you coming up, and it wants to come up, and it wants to integrate back into your life, and you gotta speak to it nicely.
Got it. I like it. I like it.
So I'm asking for my inner power, whatever's coming up in the night. I'm asking for it to speak to me. I'm asking for it to guide me. I'm asking for it to show me. And then I'm laying down with it and I'm listening. I'm listening to you. I'm here. What do you want me to know? What do you want to say? What do you want to tell me? I'm listening. I'm allowing. I'm accepting.
Sounds good. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I have another question for you. Okay, regarding vitamins. Fuck, man. So maybe in my mind, I feel like all these high-end vitamins I pay a lot of money for have helped me also with my immune system and not being sick. Hard to pinpoint, but definitely something's helping. But you mentioned, supplements. Okay, and I want to run through some of these, and I want your opinion. Am I wasting my money? Am I wasting my time? Am I looking at more of being more dedicated at, raw, raw juices, to get some of these particular enzymes and vitamins from, or do you recommend me staying on these? So can I run through a couple of these?
Yeah,
Or
sure, buddy. Please do. Please do.
okay, Q10. Okay, take that. Here's another one. It's called joint and cartilage. It's got turmeric supreme. These are pretty high end. At least they're high end. I know that for sure. like I say, I don't go to my local store and fucking pick them off the shelf. You
Chondroitin
know,
sulfate,
yeah,
glucosamine, yeah, these sort of things that
yeah,
are in the
correct.
joint pains. Yes,
Yeah.
I did these
Uh,
things. Yes,
Pardon me?
I did
Okay.
all these things, brother. I did
Okay.
these things. I did these
Okay.
things. Yes.
Vitamin C. Um, uh, it's just high end vitamin C. But anyway, all this stuff is, well, vitamin D3. Okay. And I've been taking, I probably take 2,000 or so a day. Only because it's been kind of pounded in my head, the vitamin D3 and the zinc regarding COVID, blah, blah, blah. So, B complex, B12, vitamin E.
Now those bees can really wake you up as well too. You don't have to in the night.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A B12 or B complex or both?
B complex or B12 will keep you up in the night as well too.
Okay.
All of your bees will. All of your bees will.
Okay.
So I mean, those things in the morning, if you want to take those things, it'd be better in the morning.
And I usually do in the morning, but that's good. That's good to know. Selenium. I can never pronounce this, but it's the red wine resveratrol. I don't know. It's for heart and aging, but it's like so many bottles of wine in one little pill, but it's an antioxidant. Okay. Zinc. I mean, it's kind of the gambit here. I was doing also red yeast rice. Okay, that's for cholesterol. I don't know if you've heard of that before. Have you?
Heard of that one? Nope.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so, the other thing, I don't know how you feel about lion's mane, and some of the high-end mushroom type vitamins that they have that comes from mushrooms. I've done a lot of research on mushrooms. Just so you know, I've done a couple psilocybin ventures.
Yeah, I have two. I have two. I'm positive about doing those things. I think they're excellent ways to, if you wanted to do psilocybin, once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I noticed when I tried the microdosing, and this was from, that was good quality psilocybin powder, but it seemed to affect my prostate, at nighttime. I don't know for sure, but it just, I could tell. And that was the same thing.
Affecting it might be actually healing it. It might be affecting it, but it wouldn't be affecting it in a negative way if it's psilocybin. I think a good thing. Whatever you're feeling would be a good thing.
Okay. So go back to the psilocybin real quick. You even said like once a week then, or
once a week, or once a week or once every 2 weeks. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I think that's a real great natural balancer.
What about daily?
Yeah, you could get into daily, but I don't like anything all of the time.
I see. Yeah. So I've been taking vitamins all of the time. I've been taking these vitamins pretty much every day for a long time now.
Yeah, exactly. And I did that for a long time, every single day as well too. And like I say, when you take anything, your body stops producing it. So I don't like anything all of the time.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so, and when you're ready, you can let go of all of these things. Like I'm suggesting that, there's a time in our life where we are, getting our information and our understanding and our, we believe in vitamins and minerals, and we kind of believe in that we're going to get our answer from the outside. And then at some point in our life, we start to come to the point where we recognize that, I'm not being satisfied by the external. And then when that happens, I no longer think you need to take anything from the external anymore. You need to settle yourself and allow your internal to do it from within. So I believe it's a change that happens within the individual. And at some point in life, we start to recognize that there's got to be something more. And when that happens, that person is switched over and they no longer need to be taking that external stuff anymore. They're ready to develop those things from within.
Awesome. I like that. Yeah.
I believe there's a change in mind that happens for everyone at their own time when they say, no, it's not something outside of me, it's me. It's something inside of me, and I need to settle it. And I need to take everything away until I get it settled.
I like that. I like that. Yep.
It's just me
And
against me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's me being
Yeah.
friendly with me. It's me changing my relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of me, the part that I've said is bad, the part that's been repressed, the trauma, the sadness, the part I'm embarrassed of, the part that I don't like about myself.
So do you take any supplements?
The only thing I'm using is magnesium, which is your greatest antioxidant.
Yeah. So we're talking the what do you call it? I just got it.
The bisglycinate, only the bisglycinate. That's the only one. Now it's not because of the magnesium, it's because of the molecular hydrogen.
Right. Remember you saying that.
So it's not because of the magnesium. So I take magnesium, but not for magnesium purpose.
Interesting. So do you take it with food, or it's okay to take it without?
I just take it with magnesium powder drink, a powdered drink, or I just take it with my raw juices.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I have it with salad or a soup.
Okay. So I started
with water.
When I got it last week, remember I got door number 3. That was funny, man. So I started the first day 2, the next day 3, and then so I'm on 4 now. So just stay with 4.
Go
right?
4, go 5, go 6, go 7, go 8 until you notice your body starting to, eliminate waste.
Okay. Awesome.
Take it up until your body starts to hit a point where it starts to eliminate waste.
Okay.
So how many milligrams are your pills?
Should know that. This says 200.
So
200 milligrams.
Is that 2 pills or 1 pill?
That should be a good question. I think it's 1. It says 1.
Okay, so if you're taking 200 milligrams per pill and you're taking 4 of them throughout your day,
yes.
So you're up to like 800 milligrams a day.
Right.
I find it starts to really kind of kick in around 1,000 milligrams. So I would say 1,000, 1,200 milligrams. Try that. Okay. Try that for like 3 or 4 days, and drinking lots of water. And let's see if you're starting eliminating a little bit more waste there. You got your CBD, you got your magnesium up, you're drinking lots of water. For me, that would be all the pills and powders and potions that I would recommend. And I would recommend the rest is thought and word and a little bit of practice. And I'd like to introduce you to a little bit of practice today. But I want you to go to the bathroom first and come to a real relaxed place.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Matter of fact, talking to the bathroom, I need to go pee.
That's what I was saying. Let's get you to go to the bathroom.
How could you read my mind?
Let's give you a bathroom break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll settle into a little practice here.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm good.
All right. So you're feeling good. You know, nothing's holding us back right now. We've got a little bit of time. Let's just spend a little bit of time. I want to try to get your body breathing a little bit.
Okay.
I just want to get your body breathing a little bit with a bit of movement.
Actually, so I have a question for you that's important. I actually listed a few different things, but probably the biggest thing for me right now, and we talked about working out my spine, my neck, and my low back, you know, push-ups and doing just some light workout, bicep. I feel I'm losing it, and you're saying, don't fucking worry about it right now. Wait
Don't
till.
worry about losing anything right now.
Okay, so the biggest thing though for me, and because I go back, I used to cycle quite a bit. Okay, say 150 miles a week. I go out 40 miles at a 40, 50 miles at a time. Okay, you know, when I get back from my bike ride, okay, and that would be almost 3.5, 4 hour ride. The fucking endorphins. Oh fuck, man. I was like, all I wanted to do was eat healthy, you know? And it was just amazing and how much I missed that. And been working with my trainer. We've been trying different things. All I want to do is get my pulse rate up to like 120, 130 for.
Do that. You can do that.
It's not easy, man. I mean, some of the stuff I do still flares me up. And I can't ride a bike.
No?
No, you know, yeah, I can't sit on a bike, man. That kind of messes me up. Oh, I'd have me a badass Peloton right now in my room if I could, you know. So
right.
Those things are, you know, and I notice now going in the sauna, I'll do like just light squats, you know, I'll move around, do my movement. And of course, with the sauna, I usually do about 150 degrees. You know, gets my pulse rate up a bit, you know.
Yeah.
So something to think about, maybe something that you can think of. You know, so that's been a real issue for me is I want to get I want to be able to sweat. Okay. I want to be able to I want to get the blood moving more than just walking. I do a lot of walking. Okay.
You want to try to get into that higher heart rate.
Yeah, I sure wish I could, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Without having a flare up or major flare up. Okay. Because then there's the vicious cycle. Sometimes the pain is so bad, pretty fucked up. Then I want to go to the opiates because I take the opiate and I feel so much better.
So the pain in the back, you mean like?
No, on my left, well, two things.
Leg,
one, I have no back
leg.
pain called left leg sciatica. Okay. Now it's been more right, going down my right arm for my neck.
So it's some pain that's coming from the neck and pain that's coming from the lower back area, the hip, the leg.
Definitely L4, L4, L5S.
So we've got a couple of pain spots, but those are triggered by heavy lifting or?
Not even heavy lifting. Some of the stuff, just use the Swiss ball and watching you move up like this is enough to aggravate my neck and down the arm.
Okay. So what I want to do is I just want to work through flexion.
Yeah, that's cool. I just want you to know that. Okay.
Can you do this?
Pretty close.
Yeah. So just reaching for.
I'm a little tight. I'm a little tight from sitting right now.
Okay. You know? Yeah. And then can you do this?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So let's just try to warm ourselves up. Let's just get ourselves a little bit loose. Like you said, we've been sitting, and I just want to get our bodies like moving a little bit. I just want to
nice. My core right now is still cold from the shower.
Okay. So let's
good. It feels good, but yeah, let's do it.
Well, you know what? The cold is awesome. You know that for taking out the inflammation, and it's also awesome for like sitting with resistance in our life. Mm-hmm. Like when you sit in the cold, when you're in the cold water, you're submerged. Like when you were in the pool and you were talking, like when you're sitting in the cold and then you're finding comfort in the cold, and you're just allowing the cold to come in. It's like you're sitting with opposition.
Right.
It's just the same as like sitting in a room with somebody who's really oppositional to you.
Uh-huh. Right. Right.
Like you could kind of equate the cold water to like an oppositional person or an oppositional thing in your life. Like, I know you've got a lot of emotional stuff about your ex-wife, and I feel like you maybe beat yourself up a little bit about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that the thoughts that are associated with that would be oppositional thoughts in your life. Okay, and they're a part of me.
Yeah.
They are me.
Right.
So I need to be like at peace and love with them. So it's like I need to think them and say them out, and I need to think them and say them out to myself even, and say, it's okay. You're okay. It's okay that happened. It's okay that didn't work out. And it's okay. Like your life has moved on, and it's okay. And your daughters are okay. And your wife was sick, and that's okay. And it's not your fault. Like, you don't need to take blame for that. And so those oppositional feelings, those oppositional energy, you could sit with that energy in the night, and it would be just like the same thing you do when you're in the cold. Like, somehow you found out how to do it in the cold.
Yes.
You need to do the same thing with your physical pain and with your mental anguish. This is all the same. It's opposite. It's oppositional energy. It's the feeling that it's like the stuff I don't like. I don't like this about myself. I don't like this about my past. I don't like this about, people on the street that are wearing 3 masks, or people that are, some people are going to get vaccinated, some people aren't. You may have a position of this or that, meat eaters, non-meat eaters. Like, you can kind of have a battle with just about anybody you like, or you can kind of just be like, you know what, there's different people, we're all in different places, different things have happened to all of us, and we're all human, and we all wake up in the night sometimes, and we have to deal with love for ourselves and for what's around us, and we all need to do it.
Absolutely.
And so we're just forgiving ourselves, forgiving the others, and really just, I'm just committed to loving myself, and just committed to loving my life more, just being more loving in my world. It's just the thinking process to just come to peace with what's happened. I went bankrupt at 30, I went bankrupt at 40, I'm almost 50. I made some big mistakes in my life. I've done some stupid things. I got addicted to stupid things. I did some dumb stuff with women, but it's like, okay, like, just hunker down and forgive yourself.
Right.
Like, come to peace with that opposition inside of you. It's okay. I don't need to berate myself about it anymore. It's all okay. Okay. Let's get those knees up. Let's get those knees up a little higher. We're getting a little warmer. I can feel my temperature coming up a little bit. So we've been lifting to the front. So we're working on the hip flexor. Let's go. Lifting to the back. Let's lift through the glute and hamstring a little bit. Just lifting one heel, lifting the other heel, just warming up through the glutes, warming up through the back end of the body a little bit, just getting a little extension.
Feels good.
Nice. Just warming up the body, just picking up the temperature, just getting the body breathing. That's all. And then we're just paying attention to the breath. So you may see that your body's starting to breathe. I can see my body starting to breathe. So I assume your body's starting to breathe. And just becoming aware of that.
Okay.
Just watching your breath. And you don't have to speak at all. Just try to observe your breathing and see what's happening inside. We're just stepping into our consciousness. Like we're doing something that doesn't require thought. We're letting go of thinking. So that's why I say, don't even worry about responding. I don't really want you to think. I just want you to be present with the energy that's coursing through your body. So just watching your breath, and that's it.
Okay.
Just watching, just observing yourself, just feeling your own energy. So then now I'm going to put my legs wide. I'm just going to reach over and hang out, reach for the floor there. Let my head hang down. And try to take your biggest inhale and your most complete exhale. Try to work on the depth of your breath. Your biggest inhale and your most full exhale. And we're just intending to come into our very best energy, breathing in deeply, breathing out fully, just intending to bring up our very best energy right now, just coming to our very best in the present moment. Each moment is separated by an in-breath and an out-breath, just coming to the focus of my breath, leaving the thoughts alone and focusing only on my in-breath and my out-breath, not going with the thoughts, just staying with the breathing, just staying with my focus on my breath alone. Over to one side, I'm pulling my head down towards my knee. Over to the other side, pulling my head down towards the knee gently. Big inhale, big exhale, big inhale, big exhale. And coming up from there, just reaching up over my head as high as I can. Big inhale, big exhale. Drawing up my energy. With each inhale, I'm picking up my energy. I'm inviting my energy to rise up. I'm just thinking that. I'm just saying that. I'm rising up my energy with my breath. With each inhale, I'm drawing up my energy. With each exhale, I'm allowing my energy to move through. With each inhale, I'm drawing up my energy. With each exhale, I'm allowing my energy to move through. I'm standing in a full extension. My body's warming up. I'm just picking up my energy, just working through flexion and extension. Now we'll just come back to a seated position, wherever you can be comfortable for a second. Just sitting there for a second, wherever you can sit comfortably, and let's just focus on our breath. Just trying to stay focused on your breathing only. Try not to go with any thoughts in your head. Just watching your inhale and your exhale, just being with yourself, just being with your own energy. I am observing my own energy. I'm observing my own power. I'm just claiming my power. I'm just sitting with my power. I'm just allowing my power to build. I'm just thinking about my power building inside of me. I'm just feeling my energy come up. I'm just feeling my power rise inside of me. I'm just filling myself with my own loving energy and power. I'm just healing myself with my own intention, with my own thoughts and words, with my own conscious practice, with my own breath. You can take your deepest breath in and hold that breath inside of you. And as you hold that breath inside, it's like you're conjuring up your energy inside. You're holding it inside. You're building up your energy. You're kind of creating some pressure inside of yourself. You're building up your energy. And as you breathe out, I want you to breathe out all of your air and then hold there as well too. And sitting in that hold and allowing your energy to move through you, sitting in that discomfort of the hold for a moment. Breathing in deeply and holding your breath again, and breathing out fully and holding your breath again. With each inhale, I'm bringing up my energy. As I hold my breath, I'm incubating my energy inside. I'm building it up. And then as I breathe out, I let it all go. I let all my energy move freely through me. I let my energy heal my body and my life. So that's just an intentional practice. That's just breathing, just moving a little bit, just breathing, and then speaking nicely to myself, just intending it, and then controlling my energy with my thoughts and my words and my breath. Building my energy with my breath, holding it inside, incubating it, building it, and letting it move freely through me, exhaling it all out, and holding it again. Holding the breath on either side. That's how you build up your power inside of yourself.
Okay. It's good. I like that.
A little practice you can do for 10, 15, 20 minutes in the night, in the morning, during your day. Just the way to think and speak to myself, just being present with my breath.
I like that. Yeah.
Awesome, brother. I'd like to leave it there today. I'm going to send you a couple of things that I want you to watch and listen to for the week.
Okay.
And I think we're just going to leave it like that with a little bit of meditation practice, a little bit of we're going to try and be fasting this week a little bit more.
Absolutely.
We're going to try and stay on the raw foods this week.
Yes.
I'm going to send you a couple of videos that I want you to kind of watch and listen to when you can.
Okay. I mean, let me just tell you, anything that you send me, any kind of homework or whatever, I'm very thorough.
Awesome. I'm going to send you a little bit of homework for this week.
A couple other videos I found very interesting. Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. And when would you like to do this again?
I don't know. It's I would rather do it weekly right now.
Awesome.
Okay. And then let me know on payment how to get that to you too.
I'll send you a link that you could send me a payment.
Okay, sounds good. So let's just take a look here. Following Monday. Okay, so what we could do, actually Tuesday the 9th looks pretty clear for me.
Tuesday the 9th, I've got something at 2:30, so I could do 12:30 on Tuesday.
Let's do that. Okay, so 12:30. Right?
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. And then okay. Sounds good. I know you asked me, we could talk about it later, the most important things in my life.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
gonna give you a couple of little assignments for this week to get started with the thoughts
okay.
and some
All right.
things to watch. And I want you to be working on your raw foods, and I want you to be working on your fasting, and I want you to be working on letting go of some of those supplements a little bit. And I want you to be working on a gentler speech to yourself in the middle of the night.
Absolutely.
And I want you to observe what comes up and just write about it in your journal.
You got it.
And I want to talk about it next week.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My brother.
Okay. Take care.
See you next week.
You bet. Bye-bye.
Bye.